Well, I'm back in the kitchen with Chef Palapana from the Village Tavern. I don't know if you know this, but we want you guys to ask Chef Palapana a question on Facebook. If you have a question for him at the end of the show, did you know we're doing that?
Yes, I just found out.
Hope
Isn't that
you're
exciting?
ready.
Yes.
So ask a question, and we're going to try to get to them at the end of the show.
Nothing about lemons or walls. Please, let's keep that out.
That's a whole nother show.
That is it. That it is.
All right, we are making sweet potato pancakes.
That's right.
Not to be confused with the pancakes you put syrup on in the morning.
Exactly. So those are actually my son's favorite. So
the sweet
besides
potato
waffles,
pancakes?
Just pancakes in general.
That's a lot of oil you just put in there.
That is a lot of oil. And we're going to go over why I want you to put that amount of oil in there.
Okay.
But all you have to do is you're going to heat up a pan. You can do a saute pan. You can do whatever you'd like. And we have our mixture there that Andy so wonderfully mixed together.
And it is getting, like you said, more like gooey.
Yes, gooey.
But that's okay, right?
That is okay. That is okay. And I don't know if you want to use the word gooey after our last discussion.
Okay.
But like we said, one good thing, even though they were white sweet potatoes, the smoked paprika helps change the color of it.
And you can smell that paprika right now.
Oh, you can. You're right about that.
And how do we know when the oil is ready? Because
Okay.
if you put it in beforehand, won't it just sort of soak up all that oil?
Well, what you want to do is actually heat the pan first, then put the oil in there. Give it about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So once we have that, and you can see that, oops, we're going to turn this thing on right here.
We can see that it wasn't on.
We can see that it wasn't on. I'm like splashing myself. Well, it doesn't feel hot, so I think we need a little more time. But the reason why you're going to put so much oil in there is because if you leave too little, it's going to heat the outside of the pancake and not cook the inside of it.
Okay.
So it's going to take a little bit longer. You want to actually put it probably about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes on each side. And then you can hold it in the oven if you like at that point.
Just to keep it warm.
Exactly. So I have enough oil in there. And I'm
that
going to
heats up pretty fast.
It does heat up very quickly. And like I said, it doesn't have to be necessarily a round type of pancake. I'm going to throw that one in there, and I'm going to put one more
And you're flattening
scoop.
it down a little bit, because my guess is if it's too thick, then it's going to take a lot longer to cook.
Exactly so. And it's going to look more like a traditional pancake. A side item of some sort, you do want to make sure that
you turn it on. There you go.
So it was on and it went off. Can you believe that? But I'm a professional, so I can deal with that.
You're an impromptu.
That's right.
So we'll look at this one.
Yeah, so you look at it and it's starting to boil inside. So again, another couple minutes, or you can just kind of cheat and look underneath it. But you do have that kind of oil, so when it's done, you do want to pat it down with a paper towel afterwards.
Now, could we add some more like vegetables in it? Like if we wanted to sneak veggies in for the kids?
Of course you could.
Okay.
Of course you could. And what are some of your favorite vegetables?
What about beets?
Beets, huh?
Aren't beets really good for you?
Don't you love your children? Beets? Really? Like, of course you can.
That's why I'm going to, or carrots, but
Carrots are very good also. They will notice them unless you chop them up.
Well, you know what? What if we sort of grate them?
And mix them with sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
Actually, and it'd be really interesting to see how that would taste.
And especially if we take the red sweet potatoes, they're already the same color.
You are a sneaky mom.
I'm onto something.
You are a sneaky mom,
You have
aren't
to
you?
with these kids, I tell you.
So,
they don't like the way it looks, they're not going to eat it.
Sadly, that's very true. And that's actually the same for me, too. So
if you don't, for all of us, I guess.
And I refuse to eat it if that's the case. But if you look at it, so now let's turn this thing around. And look at the wonderful color there, right? So some other things that we were talking about and what's going to go on, we're going to have sour cream. We're going to put a little more smoked paprika. We talked about the store. You can just get this anywhere that you like. Let me see what it
looks like. So it does say
good old
smoked.
McCormick. And I am not getting money for supporting that. So
this is just from the heart, smoked paprika.
That is right. And then we talked about the agave nectar. And this one in particular is an organic agave nectar. And I really do like the fact that that's an organic type of nectar. But you can use honey or agave nectar, whichever one that you prefer.
Once you have agave nectar, I don't think you'll go back. I mean, I love honey, but there's just two totally different flavors.
That's exactly it. And you were talking about you put in water, you put in I like to have a margarita every once in a while and partake in that. And
You're a grown-up.
I am. Thank you very much. I keep on trying to tell everyone that, but no one ever believes me. But anyway, so you sprinkle a little agave nectar.
Now that looks like it's not ready to turn.
This one
is it
probably
just me?
is not. I probably need a little more time on it.
Because you'll start to see it getting brown on the outside, right?
You know what? We should really almost switch places, though I don't think I look as pretty as you do, so it won't work.
We match today. It's great.
But this one is done. So what we have is a nice cooked one. I'll leave that right there. And you'll see that it's very firm. And if you go in there, the great thing about, like I said, waiting so long for it, the inside will definitely be, because if you've made hash browns with potatoes and if they're not cooked all the way through, they have that hard, grainy flavor to it. And that's really kind of the problem. So now when we do this, once it's done, like I said, if you want to cook 4 or 5, however you prefer, go ahead and put them in the oven, hold them that way. Or if you like, you can even cook them ahead of time, and then you can serve them later on that day.
Okay.
What I would probably do is put them in a toaster or something to that effect, so you still maintain that crispy exterior.
Right, no, that's good.
It always works out better that way.
Okay, so when we come back, we are going to plate them because you just have a very creative way of the whole presentation, and we're going to learn a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And hopefully answer some questions that people have Facebooked us, so you can answer.